Welcome to the meditation portion of the Lifeyness podcast. I'm your guide, Professor Sarah. Thank you for listening to today's meditation story retreat. Let's get comfortable. Find a quiet space where you can sit down or lie down. And let's take a few deep breaths before we get started. Breathing in and breathing out. And on that in-breath, we're going to count for 4. And the exhale, we're going to count for 8. The key to relaxation is having the exhalation be longer than the inhalation. So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and then breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try that one more time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get ready for our story. This one is called The Bridge. One day you decide you're going to leave your home for an adventure. You want to find something better, something more exciting. So you lead the way with all your little ones following, plus a dog and a cat and a goldfish. The youngest one insists on bringing the goldfish. It begins as a beautiful sunny day on a lovely path in the woods. Each of you carries some belongings, things you might need along the way, things you may need when you get there. The path is easy at first, and you all laugh and talk, and you point to the creatures in the forest. But inevitably, the youngest grows tired, and the others begin to argue, and the clouds begin to gather. It might rain. But soon, there's an opening in the trees, and you realize maybe you're getting somewhere. Everyone quiets down and walks faster. The trees open up to a broad blue sky. Then the road stops right at the bank of a large and very wide body of water. Is it a lake, you wonder? A small ocean? But then you realize it's just a very, very wide river. You can barely see the other side. No bridge, no land connection, and no other way around it. The woods here are also thick with brambles and thorny vines on either side of the path. You're not going in there. You're a pretty good swimmer, but there's no swimming this one. Not with all the stuff you're carrying. So first you think, turning back may be the safest and best thing to do. After all, at least you know what was back there. And it seems irresponsible to go over the water to a new place you've never been before. But you look around at the sparkling river, and as the clouds part and the sun comes out again, you can see to the other side. And somehow you know that this is where you need to be. And so you begin. You spot a large boat nearby. And as it comes close to shore, you see that the kind-looking ship captain is offering a ride. You graciously accept and load everyone on deck. But not long after, the boat engine goes out and you're stuck right in the middle of the river. Then you spot an island not far away, and the kind ship captain lets you take the rowboat. The island is lovely. Maybe this is the place you're supposed to be. The kids love it, and they run around and climb the trees and chase the seagulls on the beach. But the clouds are gathering again, and this time it does begin to rain. And then it begins to pour. And before you can get to the rowboat, it's been washed away. The water rises and rises until you fear you're all going to drown. But just in time, the rain begins to subside, and a nearby sailing vessel comes to the rescue. But this captain is not so kind. He's even kind of grumpy. And even though you tell him you'd like to be taken to the other side of the river, he delivers you and the kids and the animals all the way back to where you started, but even further down. Again, you think about going all the way back to where you came from, even though you really want to get to the other side of the river. But as you look around, it occurs to you that since you can swim and you're already wet anyway, you may as well try to start building a bridge. At first, it seems practically impossible, but as luck would have it, you've been left near a place close to a chain of islands and also near fallen trees. And now you see some old construction scraps. So you begin building a bridge, first to the first little island, and then to the next one, and the next one. And the kids follow, and the bridge is strong and it holds them, and you go from one to the next. But the final stretch of water seems that it may be too far. It's the biggest yet, and you have to wade into the river up to your shoulders, and your materials almost get swept away. But finally, you make it over to the other bank, where there are people there who can help you. In fact, a whole family comes to help you finish the bridge and make sure that you and the kids and the animals cross safely. Thank goodness, because you're exhausted by now. Finally, you and all of your people and your belongings and the pets are safely to the other side of the river. And just as you imagined, it's wonderful. It's filled with fruit trees and veggie gardens and warm little cottages and kind and friendly faces and a new home just for you that is safe and sunny and healthy. You look back over the river and see the bridge that you built. It's still there and it's strong. And you realize that others can cross the bridge now as well. That night, you fall asleep in a comfortable chair next to the fire in the new cozy cottage, with a cat on your lap and the kids safe in bed. The end. Perhaps you've been stuck for a much longer time than this, or you've been living on islands and boats between mainland areas. Maybe you're living like this right now, and it's fun but unstable. So now maybe it's time to build a bridge. Perhaps you are already in a safe place, and you can help others with their passage from dangerous waters. Thank you for listening to the Lifeyness podcast. I hope you have a beautiful day and a relaxing evening.